In this QuickTime film, we're going to learn how to add endings to first and second declension adjectives. We will be using the adjectives leitosaum, which means happy, miser, misera, miserum, which means sad, and pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, which means beautiful. You will probably want to have your adjective, ending, or inflection chart next to you while I show you how to add endings to the adjectives. If I ask you to write leitus in all of its masculine forms, what I'm actually asking you to do is to decline the adjective leitus in the masculine. So you may see the instruction to do that in either of these ways. To write the adjective, whatever it might be, in all of its masculine or perhaps feminine or neuter forms, or you could hear me say decline the adjective leitosaum in the masculine. In fact, this actually makes up your weekly attendance assignment for this week. In order to decline the adjective, you need to find the base. For this type of adjective, the base is simply found by removing the us. So the base of leitus and any adjective that follows that pattern is found by removing the us, so the base would be L-A-E-T, light. And then it's a matter of adding the masculine, the feminine, or the neuter endings to that. So if we were to decline it in the masculine, it would look like this: leitus, lighty, lighto, lightum, lighto, lighty, lightorum, lightis, lightos, lightis. I simply do not include the vocative forms. It will follow the same set of rules as are followed for Latin nouns. So now the adjective leitosaum has been declined in its masculine forms. I can do the same thing for miser and pulcher, but the base of miser, misera, miserum is a little harder to determine. When you want to determine the base of an adjective like miser or pulcher, and by an adjective like these, I mean an adjective which has its masculine nominative singular form ending with the letter R. So if you have an adjective like this, in order to get the base, remove the feminine ending or remove the neuter ending. So if you look at miser and pulcher, if I go to the feminine form, which is listed here, and I remove the feminine ending, which is the letter A, what is left over is the base. If I remove the neuter ending, which is um, the part that is left over is considered the base. And when it is time for you to add endings to this adjective, that's the base that you will add the endings to. When you look at pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, you will need to do the same thing. You go to the feminine form, find the feminine ending, which should just be the A, and the part that is left over is the base of the adjective. With the adjective pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, the base is spelled differently than the masculine nominative form. You'll notice that this form, pulcher, the masculine nominative singular, is spelled P-U-L-C-H-E-R, whereas the base is spelled P-U-L-C-H-R. You are only going to use the base when you add endings. When you add endings. So if I just ask you to write if I ask you to decline the adjective can't type this morning, pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, in the masculine forms, you will begin by writing the masculine nominative singular, which is pulcher. That's what we're given. That's the masculine nominative singular form. Now when I start to add endings, I have to use the base, P-U-L-C-H-R. And to the base, I'm going to add the remaining masculine endings. Until I have all of them written. So that would be the adjective pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum declined in its masculine forms. Let's try another one together. Let's decline the adjective miser, misera, miserum in the feminine. So to do that, I'm going to take the feminine nominative singular form of the adjective, which is misera. Then I'm going to get its base, which is M-I-S-E-R, and to that I'm going to add the remaining feminine endings. So this would be the adjective miser, misera, miserum, declined with all of its feminine endings. Some of you might be wondering, well, why am I using I, is, is? Why aren't I using veres, is, es, ibus, ace, ibus? And the reason I'm not is because this adjective belongs to first and second declension. So I can only use first and second declension endings on this adjective. Let's try another example. Decline the adjective laetus in the neuter. So to do that, I'm going to start by writing the neuter nominative singular form, which would be laetus minus the us, that's its base, and then I'm going to add the neuter nominative singular ending, which is o, and then I simply add the rest of the endings for the neuter first and second declension adjective, which of course you'll notice look exactly the same as they do for first and second declension nouns. So there is the adjective laetus declined in the neuter gender. Let's try one more example. Let's take the adjective, let's decline pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum in the masculine. So to decline this in the masculine, I'm going to start by writing the masculine nominative singular form. Then I must get the base by removing the a or the and now I am ready to start adding the rest of the masculine endings. Remember that you are only going to use pull care when you write the masculine nominative singular form. So that's how you get the base of a first and second declension noun, and how you are adjective, and how you decline a first and second declension adjective and any one of the three genders. At this point, you're well equipped to practice writing first and second declension adjectives in the various case forms so that you can practice getting the base and also practice the endings for masculine, feminine, and neuter genders. If you have any questions, please remember to email me immediately.